Scooby Doobus fucking doobie doing.
What did you say? Scoobus Doobus?
Scoobus Doobus Doo.
Scoobus Doobus.
You've never said that in your life? Like, your brain is just never shut off and been Scoobus Doobus.
No.
I just do that from time to time.
Is okay, so Scoobus Doobus is so as Dave and Dooster's dog. Scoobus Doobus. And they're friends with Scoobus Doobus is friends with Thomas and Jeremiah.
Thomas and Jeremiah.
We talked about that, and then they're friends with Shaggus and Velmus. You know,
Shaggus. They're like Romans. It's Shaggus.
You know, you're like shaggening.
I'm not gonna do it because you yelled at me last time. So.
No, you gotta do it for tradition, though.
No, well, hey, I guess.
Come on, we have certain things we always do, and this is one of them. Like,
yeah.
you're always audio out one or in one.
It's like afterwards we have really hard anal I mean.
Oh, shit.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
I gotta, like, fits my brain. My brain.
You
good?
said you were ready.
I was, but then I realized
ready?
I was like
You
a
good?
mile away from the mic.
Have you tried it?
Have you tried shutting the fuck up?
No. Haven't.
Not possible.
Why?
Bro, I'm about to go over there and scoobus your doobus.
I'm gonna fucking bepish your fucking buster ass looking fucking asshole. Shut up.
I'm about to dooster your Dave, bro.
Oh, shit.
Hello and welcome to the 85th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our co-host, Jordan, and our guest, Nelson. You've been promoted to guest.
Oh, shit. Nice.
I'm proud you remembered your name this time, Chris. Very proud of you.
Yeah, I forgot to say it last time. And
You know what it was?
Jordan yelled at me.
Yeah, you hit your head on the pipe earlier. You just kind of shook it loose. So.
Yeah, what happened after we stopped recording for last episode is Jordan was saying something about the intro, and I forgot to say my name. I forgot to say my own name, and what happened is he yelled at me. He kept yelling at me. He said, "You stupid, you worthless piece of shit! You always fuck up the whole podcast." He was yelling at me, and he was about to swing his fists on me, and then I calmed him down. I had to calm him down. You know, it's
It was real frightening.
It was like Avengers, like when Natasha, Black Widow, whatever the fuck her name is, goes up to Hulk and she's like, "The sun's getting real low, big guy." Chris is like, "The cobot's still there, man. You're good.
You can still go out to your inferior red car."
I wouldn't really say inferior.
I don't know. My red car's a lot better.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Does your red car get 50 miles to the gallon?
Yeah, but you know, maybe not. But I can at least go over 65. So.
Listen. I can go over 65, but it would affect my impeccable gas mileage.
His car doesn't stop at every stoplight, though.
It doesn't. I'll admit that. But then that only improves my impeccable gas mileage.
You could just buy gas.
In this economy?
Yeah.
In this economy. Anyway, if you want to find the podcast natively, you can do so on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, and of course Pocket Cast. They still haven't paid us. Kind of upset about it.
Give us some money.
Is coming for that ass. And as always, the RSS feed linked below. Chris's face is killing me.
Synapse Misfire episode 85, Scoobus Doobus.
Oh, fuck. Anyway, contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me, or via Instagram, TikTok, both linked below. Comments, questions, concerns, and death threats, send them our way. We'll read them out on the show.
Yup. Man, Jordan.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, man?
What have you been up to for the last stuff? Well, is that 4 minutes?
So what I did, I walked up, hit end on the recording, saved the file.
Okay.
I kind of stood up a little further, like, stretch the back out.
Of course, yeah.
I drank about 1.5 sips of this, and then I went and took a piss, and then I sat back down.
Nice.
So it's been a pretty eventful 4 minutes, as you could
I think so. I think
guess.
so. Nelson took a sip of his piss jug.
Well, he has to recirculate it somehow.
Of course.
It just keeps getting clearer and clearer as he keeps drinking it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Um,
Get
You
rid of
started in a non-zero bottle, and then once it got to this clarity, it went to a zero bottle.
I see.
them. Makes sense.
So, I'm gonna talk about something. I'm gonna complain.
Complain.
About-
Okay. Newer cars.
Yes.
All right, this LED headlight bullshit
'em.
is getting on my fucking nerves. Okay, I was on my way home last night, and it was like trying to outrun the sun. There was someone behind me who had these LED headlights, so I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ. And then I move, and it's just like they can see into the future. It's ridiculous. I understand that you can see more with these LED headlights,
But no one else can.
but no one, you're the only person who can see. You do not give a single fuck about anyone who is not you in a car with LED headlights. It is so goddamn bright. So that's my piece. What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
I also hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate them. There's a way to do it. So if you're gonna do it, you need to have it adjusted properly. Mad fucking people just have them, and they're just like either pinned straight or they're up, and they need to be adjusted down, and it's in everyone's fucking faces.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. I also have a big issue with like the assholes, and I'm gonna use this term specifically, even though it's not where I was going with it, just because of my coworker. Assholes and dualies that are like a quarter mile off the ground.
Yeah.
And then they just have the power of the sun in the palm of their hand, like Dr. Octavius.
Yeah,
And it's just in your fucking face.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like anyone driving a normal height vehicle
It's all right.
is, it's like this person behind them, and it looks like daytime in the cabin because of this guy's fucking lights. It's ridiculous. It's foolish.
Yeah.
You know,
No, for sure.
It's gonna blind me one day.
you had to flip up the mirror. You had to put your hand up
Oh, it's a whole
can't see
fucking
out of
thing.
your fucking side mirror.
You put on your sunglasses. It's ridiculous.
You just, you pretty much, You just put on the sunglasses, put on 2 pairs of sunglasses.
You gotta put
And,
on like your welding goggles, bro. That's just gonna be dark.
Dork. The new trend is going to be like adding a strobe feature. That way everyone around you strokes out and
Strobe
dies.
feature. Well, so what I think I'm gonna do with all of my vehicles is I'm just gonna get like I don't know, some kind of small to medium sized star and put it in each of my headlights.
Yeah.
And I think that would work.
I think it'd be roughly equivalent, maybe a little underpowered compared to those LEDs. but-
Maybe a little
yeah,
under. Maybe I have to jump it up to like a bigger or like a large star.
Yeah. You could just capture the power of the sun in a bottle and then just.
I
use
could
that.
do
Just
that.
travel to the sun with a water bottle and just
Fill, just with a
Scoop
big
up.
turkey baster, just suck some of it out.
Suck some of the suck. Why have we never thought of that? Why haven't we made a turkey baster that can reach the sun to suck the sun?
Why haven't we made a turkey baster that can go 93 million miles? Why haven't we done that?
I can't think of any fathomable reason.
I can't either.
Chris, I can tell you're having a hard time over there. I can hear your sinuses like
I'm
falling apart.
I'm gonna
They
get
are
up in a second
stuffed,
and
yeah.
deal with that. But
Chris went from like you've passed numerous octave levels. You're like, hi everybody, I'm this Steve Urkel. I heard you like cough, and then all of a sudden you were a different person altogether.
yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can deal with that.
Yeah, maybe you should drain your fluids. Me and Nelson.
mother's fluids.
Ew.
shit.
I will have you know that my mother's an elderly woman.
Is that gonna stop me?
Or I thought maybe a moral compass would kick in or something.
I have zero morals.
This fucking guy. So,
I
Nelson.
really called this shit a cum piss.
That was interesting. So, Nelson.
Yeah.
Since I was gonna ask, since this is probably a topic that Chris doesn't really care about, what do you find yourself ever maybe going back to a foldable phone if you say we're in a
for
different
sure.
position?
For sure.
Yeah.
There was no advantage to it. I just like the phone.
Yeah. No, it's just a good phone. I've been talking about potentially getting the Flip. The Fold 4, just to try it out. Not sure how I'd feel about a bigger phone.
It's the fucking like $2,000 price tag.
Well, I'm hoping I can get a good trading deal. So actually, when I got this phone, the ZFlip 3.
Yeah, I got like $500 off because
Yeah.
I traded my S10.
Yeah, same. So I'm hoping I can trade in. I traded in my Note 10 and got that. I'm hoping I can trade in this phone maybe and get a decent deal.
You'd probably get. I mean, you'd probably get like 500 or so.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
we'll
they'll
see.
probably do the same deal.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right, Chris. Unveil. Talk. Speak.
I think I've helped the issue quite a lot.
Yes.
You no longer sound like Scoobus Doobus is like in your ass.
Why would you say that? What is it you and stuff in asses?
So, fun fact for the audience, more so than Chris. I think Chris already knows this. I think I told you. After the episode where Chris and Alex put me on blast about putting stuff in Patrick's ass on my desk.
Yeah, you had this
coworker,
dumbass Patrick Star foam thing, and he put stuff up his ass.
A coworker walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, can you help me with something?" I'm like, "Yeah." I help him with something. Just as he's about to part ways, I haven't talked to this gentleman in like a month. He just looks at me. He goes, "Hey, I don't know if this is true, but I heard you have a foam Patrick with stuff in its ass." And I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, and you open the little container, you showed him the little squirrel that was in there.
So I took the tube out of Patrick's ass. I popped open the tube. I unveiled the squirrel, and I put the squirrel back in the tube, closed the tube, and put it back in Patrick's ass. I don't see what the problem is.
So, listen, I don't know what it is with your obsession with, like, putting things in asses, any asses.
It's a little bit of a problem.
It's a little weird, bro. It's kind of sus.
A little bit of sussy listener like the giraffe man. I said that once, and he just like rolls with it now. He just like randomly like, "Oh, I'm a sus listener."
You call him sussy?
No, remember I said on the podcast, says, yeah, he doesn't listen much. He's a sus listener.
He's kind of sus.
He just like took that to heart. Just took it to heart. He's
You
just
really
upset.
hurt his feelings.
I
He was
straight-
telling me the other day. He was telling me the other day. He said, like, Jordan really hurt my feelings with that. He was like, there was tears.
That's why he switched jobs.
Yeah. Actually, that's why he
Go.
moved, and he doesn't see us anymore.
Yeah.
He was telling me the other day, it was like tears coming out of his face. He said, Jordan really hurt my feelings when he called me sus. I don't really like that. I just really think.
A grown man cry.
I just really think that was really mean. I don't
Grown
think
giraffe.
I think he should think about what he says more before he speaks. And then what he did, is he threatened to drive his Miata directly into your apartment.
Oh, that's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
build
sick.
a ramp.
He's gonna
Big
just hit,
ramp.
Yeah, he's just gonna hit like a 50-foot vert, just right up.
He's just gonna get like he's gonna get some like Mario some like fucking spring shoes. It's gonna make the Mario 3 jump sound. It goes doing.
Maybe I am at the bottom of the hill, so maybe if he flies over the hill fast enough, he can kind of just travel that distance.
He's gonna get big springs on the bottom. He's gonna push a button. He's gonna go doing. To make that exact noise. Doing.
I'm gonna wake up at 2 a.m. and just keep hearing that on repeat. Like, what the fuck is that sound? And then he's just gonna come flying through my bedroom. Oh man, yeah, yep. That would hurt.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of things that hurt, I have a story to tell.
Oh.
Okay.
So.
He did eat the whole bottle of Viagra. That made sense.
Yeah, my pee-pee kind of hurt. I
Pee-pee hurt so bad it turned into a vagina.
Oh, shit.
turned you into a vagina, bitch. So, my dad, he's not a young man.
No.
No.
And he's got this truck. I've talked about this truck. It's F-150. It's a stick shift truck. And he used to drive stick all the time, and like he kind of like stopped. And I was like, okay, a lot of older guys say that. I've heard a lot of older guys are like, yeah, I used to and I don't. And I thought about it. I was like, okay, it's probably like, at some point you're just like, oh, I just need this for transportation. I don't want to shift my own gears anymore. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But then I didn't consider this at all. There's this physical aspect of it. What he showed me, his left knee from using his clutch pedal was like ballooned up. It was swollen. So I'm like, God damn. That's what I got to look forward to.
Bum knee.
Blows out your knee immediately.
Yeah. Chris is gonna drive his Fiesta one more time, and he's gonna come back 75 years old.
I'm gonna drive my Fiesta one time, and it's gonna be like when you lock your legs on a leg press. My leg's just gonna snap back. My left leg's gonna go backwards.
It's gonna turn into a fucking Go-Gurt tube.
It's just gonna turn into like a piece of spaghetti, just like. And
Oh, fuck.
then I will never be able to use it again.
I mean, a wheelchair
like
for
your
the rest of
penis.
your life.
What's up? What'd you say?
You talked about things you don't use, and I said, like your penis.
Perhaps.
No, Chris secretly uses it. That's how he types.
Actually, yeah.
That's how he types.
No, I had it removed some time ago. I
The Viagra
it's
was
like, no, like I
real
sat
weird.
I sat down on my gun weird and I blew off my dick and balls, so I had to get the rest of it removed. It's a true story. It's real, actually.
Damn.
It's not real. It didn't happen. I don't own a gun.
Yeah, so Chris. Yeah, Chris.
It was a roller coaster, real quick.
Roller coaster of emotions. We just went through numerous plot arcs.
The dickless arc, the gun arc,
The dickless and gun arc.
the dickless but gunless arc. You know, it's tough.
Broke them.
The dickless
Bro.
but gunless. I like that. That's fun. So, wait, you didn't mention anything about that. You're like, oh yeah, nom. You know, someone fucking put an M80 in your pants.
It happens to the best of us. You know, you're messing around with explosives with your boys, and one of them just
Your
throws
boys.
it
One of 'em.
directly at your penis.
Boys will be boys. He just opens up your urethra and it's like,
Sticks a stick of dynamite.
An entire stick of dynamite. You know, like in Red Dead 2, when you get the big bundles of dynamite for the bridge?
yeah.
It's like that. It's like that. So it's like this big. So it goes... And the whole fucking, like, the 60-foot radius gets leveled.
Just put a little funnel, pour some gunpowder in.
Oh, I said a musty. You
tamp it down.
Musty.
You put wadding in there. You roll a ball down. And you go...
And then he cuts it. Oh man, we are going straight to hell.
Yeah. So... That's concludes all of our topics today.
Literally,
Yes, not
literally
even
does.
20 minutes.
We have no other topics. So Jordan, say something funny. Is there anything else you can think of that might be mildly amusing to speak about?
Might be mildly amusing, like as in for the audience or for us?
For the audience.
For the audience, something
Well,
mildly,
fuck, we gonna watch this? It's not for us. We're not making it for us.
mildly amusing. Mildly amusing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You've not done anything recently that was like, hey, I got a little joy out of this.
No, my life is just sullen, dark, and depressing.
Yeah, honestly, it's like it's kind of hard to stay positive in these times.
Just try. Do you want an egg?
An egg in these trying times.
Yeah, we
You know, it's just, gas costs a lot of money. And there's a whole like Ukraine thing happening.
electronics can't find them.
Electronics
Cars can't find them.
gone. There's none left.
Yep. Steam Deck,
Doesn't
False.
exist.
false prophecy.
It never existed in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting that I heard that the rare metals, the rare earth metals that they use for like everything, electronics and cars and batteries and all this shit, will, if we keep using as much of them as we do, will cease to exist in like 15 years. So then what? We're just fucked?
Yeah.
We're just fucked. So that's where I think the limitation where we're at with electric cars. It's like you put all this shit into a battery, and it's like it's not the shit that you put there ain't exactly common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of run into that issue. You're gonna run out, and then what?
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you exactly what happens. And then the hydrogen car comes to the forefront like it should have. It should have originally.
Yeah.
Because guess what? With a hydrogen car, you go to a gas station and fill up. With an electric car, you put the supercharger up your ass and you wait 16 hours. You're like, what? I'm gonna sit here and jerk off for 45 minutes while my car charges? No, I'm just gonna get out and get gas and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takes like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only big thing that bothers me about electric cars.
It's charging.
It's a charging thing. It's annoying because you kind of have to have a gas car if you want to go further than 200 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you just like say you got, maybe even 150 miles. It's like you go 150 miles and you go 150 miles back. So
Gonna get a charge.
yeah, it just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You get an electric car, you don't go on vacations. That's the drawback.
Well,
You spent all the money on the
yeah,
car.
all the
Yeah.
money goes to the car.
Yeah.
What I also have heard, and because this is, I default to Tesla because Teslas are the only like the most prevalent electric car. So, getting service for them sucks.
Yeah.
Getting service and parts sucks because there's like 10 dealerships and you have to get them serviced at a dealership or someone who really knows what they're doing with electric vehicles. And there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people out there like that.
Well, because your average ass mechanic's not going to know what they're doing on an electric car.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh, hang on, let me get this panel down, this belly pan down. It's gonna swing down, and then just like these 500-volt things are gonna descend, and if I touch them wrong, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you kind of need that aspect of it.
Yeah.
You need to be careful with batteries.
It's like you can't be a mechanic anymore. You have to be like an electrical engineer to work on these cars.
yeah, or like at least like some kind of technician. I just think his training is gonna change.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of an EV, but
You're going to need to go to
Love the
college to fucking work on a car.
Yeah, like I need a degree.
I'm an EV specialist.
I
That's gonna
have
be
an
the new thing.
EV degree,
I got-
PhD.
I got my bachelor's in EV.
Got my master's in EVs.
I got my PhD in car.
You're gonna get your PhD in EV, and then Tim Tesla's gonna add one more feature, and you're
Timothy
like, "Fuck."
Tesla. He's gonna put out an update. He's gonna put out an over-the-air update that's that disables anyone who has a degree from working on the car.
Yeah, so you have to get a new degree.
So it's like you walk into the car and it actually just kills you instantly.
Oh, it
You hit the
just
on
pulls out a
switch.
gun.
You get in the car. You get in the car and you cease to exist. It's like you never existed in the
Oh.
first place. It's like 1984. Where you just get unpersoned. But Elon just shifts you into a different dimension, basically.
Yeah. Dimension full of EVs.
It's just Teslas.
Yeah.
There's
Like Tesla
nothing-
people, they're shaped like a car.
There's
Just
nothing
walking.
else. It's just Teslas.
It's like his wet dreams.
That's all I got for Teslas. What are we talking about? What else?
Sorry.
What other topics we got?
That's all you got for Teslas.
What else are we gonna talk about?
Well, let's just talk about the bipolar weather, brother.
Oh my God!
What the hell's
How
going on?
about
It's
this weather?
It's March, my dude.
It's March, and it's like, okay, 50 degrees. Never mind, 30 degrees.
50
Scratch
degrees.
that.
Never mind. It's snowing.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a strange time we live in because there's this transitional period between seasons where you kind of get this like because it's not like a February 28th, okay, it's 20 degrees. March 1st, okay, it's going to be 50 from now on until, June. It's like you kind of get this like there's this overlap season. It's like, oh, well,
Yesterday was 50.
yesterday was 50, but tomorrow's supposed to be, 30, but then the next day is supposed to be 60.
Then the day after that, 7.
And then the
And
day after
snowing.
that, we're getting a blizzard.
Pretty much.
That being said, we haven't gotten a ridiculous amount of snow this year.
No, it's just the
No.
one big storm
Yeah.
that we
We had the
recorded
one
in.
big storm and then a bunch of little shit in between. And the little shit was annoying because it was like, well, it's kind of cold enough. So it's like it gets on the pavement, and it's just enough to make your commute slower, and then it starts to kind of melt, and then it gets colder and freezes. So you just got the whole road is ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The entire road.
I finally just bought a better snow scraper. My only complaint is it's too short. It's like a 38-inch scraper, but it has a swivel head, so I can go either vertical or horizontal.
Ooh.
It extends, so you can have a smaller one for the window and
I think we have the same one.
I saw it in the backseat of the Fiesta. It's similar, but I think it's like
Oh,
a different
okay.
brand. It's like a Chinesium one from Amazon.
Yeah, I bought. I actually I didn't buy it. It was bought for me. My dad just bought them, and it extends, but I bent it so it no longer extends. So I was using it to brush off my car, and I pushed down too hard, and the shitty aluminum bent and I can't bend it back in the exact shape it needs to be, so I can, so I just forced it back into the housing, so now it won't come back out. So it's basically useless now.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's what you get for Chinesium.
Yeah. It's just, I didn't pay for it, so.
Yeah, what do you care?
Yeah.
Chris, we gotta, get this set done, brother. The set's looking good. Here's a little sneak
that's
peek.
actually a real thing we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
We did do some work on the set today.
Very, minor work.
It wasn't work.
I wouldn't even call it work.
It was we did a floor layout, basically. And we mocked up, how we want to do it. How we want it to look. So, we were thinking, table. And also, table.
And also,
Flooring.
wheels.
Yeah. So, we're going to have, table setups where the tables are on wheels and we can move them. For our sake, less so than anyone else's.
For, storage and shit.
So they can be moved. And we're going to make it and set it up in a way where you don't see all this crap.
Yeah, so that mixer, you're not going to see it. This
Reduce the atoms.
wire, this is all you'll see pretty much. If that.
This wire, don't need it.
This guy, gone.
Gone.
It's we're just gonna get.
Still gonna be video. Just no people.
It's just gonna be a blank video. We're just gonna get some Bluetooth microphones. So to convert them, what you just gotta do, you just gotta cut right here, and that's it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Bluetooth ones, so they're gonna sound like garbage.
Yeah.
There's not a single Bluetooth microphone that sounds good.
Yeah.
So, we are doing some work on that.
It's a good amount of space. It's pretty good. You gotta erect a wall.
It's an amount of space. It's
pretty good for a podcast. Set
yeah.
Like that.
It's
not
less
ideal.
usable space than I wanted.
Yeah. It's not a studio is the thing. It's not like it's a studio.
Yeah, it's just a one-off room.
If we were looking for something to do tons of projects in, this is the room. Clearing this out. But for just strictly podcasting and like we talked about, most projects we do are outside. It's a good amount of space. It's more than you would usually accommodate a house for,
Yeah.
Because it is still your house.
The only other thing I was thinking is if we really wanted to, get something that's completely, designed properly, we just erect a separate structure in my yard.
Yeah.
That sounds like a project and a half, though.
Well, yeah, because then, you have to run power to this structure.
Yeah.
We'll just get a generator.
Oh, so that way, in the background of all the podcasts,
You just hear a generator.
We'll put it under the table.
We'll leave it inside, too. So we'll leave it, right, we have the microphone right here. We'll leave it, right here.
Yeah,
in the center of all the microphones.
We can blast with the emissions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I also love the smell of gasoline.
yeah, we gotta have the windows closed too, so the
hotboxing it.
power doesn't escape.
And a hotbox this 10 by 10
Even
shed.
though I was just complaining about how much gas is, we're just gonna keep burning more gas to have power in this fucking dumbass shed.
Yeah.
Or we just keep buying a bunch of batteries.
AA batteries.
A 1,000 AA's.
We'll put them all in series.
Oh,
we get 1 million of those button cells.
Oh yeah. All in series. So it's still 800 milliamps, but you get 75,000 volts out of it.
Yeah.
So it's just okay, we need to power the set. It's a lightning bolt.
And then it just runs off static for the rest of the time.
And that charges everything and it just goes. And then it's slowly the computer starts slowing down because it's the charge starts draining. And then just shuts off and deletes our podcast. The channel and everything, the whole thing.
The shed, it warps to another dimension.
Shed just disintegrates.
We just fall out of existence. It's like we're sitting in midair.
But no, the one thing I wish in that room is I wish the door was in a different place and we could accommodate the room a little differently. But with the way it's set up, we have a pretty good idea for how it's gonna look. So I think it'll be much better than this.
I think
A
it'll
lot better
look
than this.
fine. I don't think it'll be like outstanding, but I think it will look fine.
I think for 2 schmuts, it'll be pretty damn good.
And it's also kind of a space for me to work on stuff too. Because with my computer in my room, there's so many distractions.
Pornhub,
Yeah.
Ets videos,
Yeah.
various other porn sites.
Yeah. So many distractions. Right? And also, if I want to edit video in a timely manner, I just gotta like reboot and go back into my Windows build. And it's like a whole fucking thing I don't want to deal with because my headphones don't work. So, you know, I'll just have this. It's always got Windows on it. It's got less shit on it, so I don't have to like...
It's a dedicated creation studio, baby.
Alright, I think you're giving me a little too much credit here.
Chris is going to make so many
Creation
OnlyFans videos.
I'm going to make a bunch of like boomer memes on it.
I don't know, Chris. I feel like if we did need funding for the podcast, you could get away with like some weird OnlyFans pictures.
You
like
think
some
so?
toe pits or something.
Like of my greasy fucking disgusting toes.
Yeah, it's like step
Yeah.
on some hamburgers or something. And there's got to be
Yeah.
guys that are into that.
Step on hamburgers.
Got to be guys that are into that. I'm watching Euphoria right now, and there's definitely guys that are into that, dude.
They step on hamburgers?
They're into some weird fucking shit on that show, dude. Hey!
Is that any good?
Yeah.
He agrees.
No, the show itself
yes.
is really good. So far, we're on the last episode of season 1. The show is good. However, I hear season 2 is better, and really the only complaint about season 1 is like, I just feel like nothing's happening. Like it's just like you're just doing things, and it's more like shock value, where you're like, holy shit, they just did that. That's crazy. But the plot is just kind of sedentary.
Uh-huh.
It's a weird middle ground where like stuff is happening, characters are developing, but that's about it. There's no like overarching plot. There's nothing to be like, oh, that's the bad guy or this is the end goal. It's just kind of like shit's happening. So
Okay.
It's interesting. It's really good, and it goes. One of my colleagues from a different department called it artsy before I started watching it, and he was right on the fucking money with that one because it just does some things in like a very artsy fashion.
Uh-huh.
So and it's pretty good. It's pretty good though. It's like fucking crazy though. Like it shows some shit, and you're just like,
Like
wait, what?
Like what? Like what am I gonna see?
Like underage girls getting fucked by 60-year-old men.
Okay, I definitely don't want to watch
Yeah,
this
no,
now.
that sounds no.
I was actually legitimately considering watching it. Now I don't want to watch it.
It
Now I don't
shows,
want to. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Yeah, no, it
It
sounds like you're
shows
asking for
some
trouble.
weird shit. Now, obviously, the actors are not underage, but
But
that's
it's insinuating.
in this. Well, in the story, it's explicitly stated.
Yeah.
I don't want
It's
to see that.
it's dark. It shows everything. Like it shows the effects of drug use, and it puts it right in front of you, and it shows kind of what happens to people who rely on drugs. So it's as someone who knows people who do drugs,
It's a PSA.
very accurate. I can say.
You can say my name.
I'm talking about you,
People
man.
who do drugs. I do a lot of heroin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tons of it.
Yeah, like what's a more debilitating substance?
Meth,
What the
fentanyl.
Like fentanyl.
Yeah, you just
I just take like straight fentanyl.
There's literally this scene. There's a scene, spoiler, I guess, if someone is watching for some reason, where she does like a little tiny dab of fentanyl, and she's like,
You die. That's what happens.
she
You die.
She slumped.
That
So-
shit happens where like even if a person overdoses from fentanyl, they can't get near them because it like aerosolizes and will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
That shit is scary.
Yes.
But Euphoria. I guess it's probably not something I would like anyway.
I think you would like it. There's obviously the scenes of grittiness, but it is a lot of just like random, like college level bullshit. It's just a lot of sets and drugs. That's all it is. It's just sets and drugs, and like I said, I feel like the show goes more for shock value than like an actual like overarching plot. At least in
guess.
season 1.
If I wanted shock value, I could watch 1,000,001 other things.
Yeah. I'd say realistic shock value though. There's
I
not
need
a lot of stuff that
I
I see,
need
but-
shock value in my life because like I watched a man get beheaded on the internet when I was 11. So
Oh yeah, I think I saw that same video. Right around the time ISIS was around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it was them.
That's so bizarre. I want to think about this for a second. What is the effect that that's going to have moving forward, right? Because the internet is increasingly accessible, right? And you can just find anything on the internet that you want to see. Anything. Illegal, legal, anything.
Yeah.
So you can just find like, oh, I want to watch someone die today, and you just look it up and just watch people die.
As long as
Watch
you
torture
know
scenes
how
and
to
shit.
how to look for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also like fucking subreddits that are dedicated to like,
But-
here's how you get there.
But going forward, there's definitely gonna be a good portion of like, you know, generations moving forward that's like, I saw a man get blown up on the internet when I was 6. I just like, you don't recover from that. You know, obviously like when I watched all this fuck shit, I was a bit older. I was like not 11, but I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't like this, but I'm not traumatized by it. But usually, like, what happens when you go
When they're
back?
more impressionable.
Yeah, that too. It's like, because every kid now is like getting a fucking iPad when they turn 3. There's
Yeah.
like, they get an iPad before they say their first words.
They get a phone
First
by
word
the
is
time
iPad.
they're 5.
Yeah, so who the fuck's this asshole gonna call? He's 5. Who's he gonna call? His
SpongeBob.
friends?
SpongeBob, bro.
His friends? Who's he gonna call? His boss? Is he conducting business?
Yeah.
He's the boss, baby. But
That movie's more and more real day by day.
we're gonna see more shit like that where it's like, I saw like just gore on the internet when I was like 6. Like, okay, that's okay. Why?
Yeah.
And I'm not making the argument of like, well, we got to get this all off the internet, because obviously I don't fall into that camp either. It's just, I want to see what the effects are going to be of shit like that.
It's not going to be good.
Because increasingly, I think now that the internet's definitely becoming like very Weenie Hut Juniors. Because it's like, YouTube removed the dislike button. Like Instagram, you can turn off your likes. It's a whole fucking thing. It's annoying. It's like, we want to make people feel included. We want to make people
Everyone
feel bad.
needs a participation award.
Yeah, it's like we don't want people to feel bad because their video got a dislike. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All it did was make things actively worse, because now I look at something on YouTube and I'm like, is this tutorial good? Or is it bullshit?
Yeah.
And then you scroll down to the comments and you're like, oh, YouTube for some fucking reason thought this was a kid's video. So there are no comments. Or like, oh, there's half a frame of a child in this video, so we have to disable comments.
Yeah.
It's kind of foolish.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think it's a solvable problem. I'm gonna be honest.
It's because it's not.
I think the only solution for the problem is to like stop giving your kid a fucking iPad and an internet connection.
Yeah.
Because having unrestricted access to the internet from like, you know, age 3 fucks with you.
But that's not going to happen because people don't have to raise their children if the internet's there.
But here's the thing about
I
that
guess.
too. At least from my perspective, as to how I would be essentially in that kind of situation. Parents are more and more, we'll just say, tech savvy as the generations go on. So like from Chris's dad to Chris, if he became a dad, would be a generational leap in terms of computers, right? So if because I'm firm in the camp of like a 4-year-old should not have an iPad.
I agree.
Yeah.
They should not have these devices. It should not be, oh shit, we're going out to dinner. I need something to distract them. Here's in my phone. That's not going to happen with me. But in the circumstances that the kid did have access to the internet, I'm also tech savvy enough to block certain things.
Yeah.
And to restrict access on
That's
a more
true.
of a technological level. So there's kind of that layer to it. But the problem is, even as people get more and more quote unquote tech savvy can just mean you know how to use an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's base level rudimentary skills.
I mean, yeah.
So-
I still definitely think, because I'm speaking from the perspective of I've had basically unrestricted access to the internet since I was like 8.
Yeah, probably a
And
little bit older for me, but about the same.
My development was definitely fucked up by that. Because I would just go out of my way to find bullshit. And I'm like, okay, oh, this person is referencing this thing. Okay, I want to find this thing. That's how I ended up going on a search to find 2 Girls, 1 Cup when I was like 9. And I didn't find it, thankfully. Because that was the first YouTube reaction video. So people would react to 2 Girls, 1 Cup. And it was always fucking funny. Because they would watch and they were like... they would just like... they would watch, they would look confused. And they would look like they saw a ghost.
Fucking Scooby-Doo ass shit.
Some Scoobas Doobas. They would look like they just saw Scoobas Doobas posted up in the corner.
Their arms like
they go, and it was funny. And I was like, oh, I want to see what this is. And then I never found it, thankfully.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's, you know. You get... It fucks... Imagine if I had seen that.
Yeah. Chris would be shitting in cups and feeding it to Nelson.
I would be. I think so.
Sure?
I would be... I feel like if I found a lot of the things I was looking for on the internet when I was that age, I would be a demon. I would be a menace. Like, even more so than I am. I would be an absolute fucking... I would be a creature.
Yeah.
So, you know, just keep an eye on what your kids are doing. Just keep it... You know, it's bedtime, take away the iPad. All right? Take away the iPad. They can take...
Don't give them one in the first place.
Play the little fucking game, play Minecraft or whatever for like 20 minutes. Okay, all right. It's time to go to bed. Take the fucking iPad. Or do whatever. Because after they go to bed, there's no one looking at them. And that's when they're going to do fuck shit on the iPad.
Yeah.
Just take the fucking thing away. I just, you know, it's like parents, you know, they also, you see that too, where they don't have a spine. I'm not saying this is all people. I'm just saying this is shitty parents.
Yeah. Well, there's also a layer to it as well of like, you might think you're doing a good job.
I think shitty people need to stop having children.
Yeah, you
until
might...
they stop being shitty people.
You might think you're doing...
That's asking for a lot.
There's too many shitty people is the problem.
Yeah.
But you might think you're doing a good job as a parent on your level of
I guess.
regulating it. But the problem that a lot of parents don't look into is other children. So you might be doing a great job of filtering out, you know, Sandra's fucking iPad time. But then you send her to Stacy's, and Stacy's parents are fucking ODing on heroin in the other room. So Stacy's looking up 2 Girls, 7 Cups on fucking
That's a lot
iPad,
more. That's a lot more cups.
and they're just hanging out. Like, you know, that's the other layer
check
to
this
it.
shit out, and they're playing like fucking One Guy, One Jar.
Yeah.
Like, check it out. This guy puts a jar up his ass and it breaks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's... Oh,
Check it out. And now they have a jar asshole fetish.
Hey, you know, that guy who made that video apparently still does, so...
Oh.
I watched... There's these guys on YouTube who do, like, history of, like, different things on the internet. Like, what the background was or what actually came out of it. One of the guys is Justin Wang. He did a video about One Guy, One Jar. He's like, whatever happened to that guy? Apparently... He still does this and posts it on the internet.
Oh.
The problem is, what happened originally is usually with the jars he puts water in them. And that time he didn't. The water helps it not break.
Yeah, it gives it some structure.
And as soon as when he put water in there, it never broke again. Because he would have water in it.
Makes sense.
The interesting part about that as well is when it did break, what he ended up doing was he's like a Russian guy. He's like a Russian construction worker. He just like pulled as much glass out as possible, stuffed a bunch of like tissues and cotton and shit up there, and just went to work. Bro did not give a fuck. He's like, I gotta clock in, bro. If I don't make my time this week, I can't feed my family, and I can't keep doing this jar
I can't afford
thing.
these jars.
I can't keep doing the jar thing and I gotta do the jar thing. It's my thing. So I gotta make my 40 hours.
It's amazing that he still does that. That is absurd.
Yeah.
How do you get to
that point and then that happens and you're like, oh, maybe I should stop doing this?
Yeah, how do you even
that
get
thought
to
never
that point?
occurs.
Well, that's the main thing. Is like, how do you get to that point? Like,
That's also a good point. Yeah.
What happens? When
You're
just
like, there's something broken.
Yeah, you're just like, you look at a jar. You're like, that jar usually has like.
Hey, this shit kind of got me bricked up. I want to see this.
I want to take the jelly out of that jar and stuff it up my ass.
Hey.
How do you get to that point in your life? What happens for you to think of that?
Some
guess
people are
bored?
just, maybe they're bored. Some people are just down astronomically.
I've been bored many a times in my life.
And not once has the thought occurred to me.
Not once has my immediate reaction been to look for the nearest object and insert it into my rectum.
Looking
And this
for
is
more
coming.
excitement?
This is coming from the guy who has a patchwork with a tube in his ass.
This is so boring. I'm going to stick random household objects up my ass.
Yeah,
I've never been at that point in my life. That's like advanced
that's a
boredom.
low. That's like a real
Yeah,
low.
but I don't know where I'm going with that statement.
I don't know. The Russians, they have this special kind of synthetic heroin that they take. It's a popular drug over there, so maybe that's what he's been doing.
Maybe he's just training, right? So he's trying to see if he can get his ass to be as big as he needs it. He can start to transport cargo.
Oh yeah.
And then he doesn't have
Like
to do
contraband?
construction anymore. Yeah.
What do you think? What kind of contraband would get? Well, I guess because now that the Ukraine thing's happening, all the McDonald's are shut down in Russia. So he could go over the border, fill up with like chicken nuggets and cheeseburgers and Big Macs and stuff,
And put him in his ass.
and just clamp it shut and walk back
Keep
over the
him warm,
border.
too.
Yeah, it keeps them warm. Keeps them a little bit soggy, but you know.
Beggars can't be choosers.
And then he goes, "All right, you want some chicken nuggets? $50." And they go. And he shits out like 4 of them. He goes, "Here, have this. Put this in your mouth, idiot."
Yeah. He's at a fucking Pez dispenser for chicken nuggets, dude. You just like push his nose and he just pops out a fucking
Yeah,
nugget.
and he goes, "Hang on, I think I got a Big Mac up here." Here you go.
And it's like not even like a bad Big Mac. It's not like one you'd actually get. It's like from the commercials Big Mac.
God damn, that's
Perfect.
an impressive Big Mac.
Perfectly
Yeah.
crisp.
There's something in my eye.
You have your contacts in?
Well, other than the contact dipshit.
No, I'm saying did it move?
No. No. It's just something else in my eye. No, if it moves, you can tell.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't know because I don't have fucking contacts, asshole. I was asking questions for your safety, man.
I thought you were being an asshole.
No, I was actually genuinely asking if that's what it was.
Okay.
I also thought you were being an asshole.
You must just be biased because don't you have contacts sometimes
Yeah.
too? You're just biased. You're
Whatever
like,
was in my eye is not there
you're like,
anymore,
don't
so.
make fun of the contacts. Nelson, remember when in high school when you like crushed a water bottle out of
Rage? Yes.
pure testosteronic rage, like a
Yes.
Spartan warrior?
Yes, I did.
I think of that freaking.
Have you ever been
Did he?
that angry since?
Yes.
Because you
When
were
spit in my face.
very red. It did happen. Yeah, that happened on the bus, didn't it?
Yeah.
On the school bus, some kid that we had beef with spit in Nelson's face. This was after I think I also spit in his face, not Nelson's face, his kid
Yeah.
that we had beef
I
with.
just don't get it. Why? What compels you to open the window on a bus on the highway and spit out of it?
It's the same thing that compels a man to put jars up his ass.
I guess. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point there.
Ah, man. Yeah.
Oh
have
my
you,
God.
Nelson? Have you enacted violence upon others recently?
No.
No, that's surprising.
That is
That's new for
surprising.
you.
No.
Yeah, like every time I see
Just all of a
Nelson,
sudden the curtain drops, cops are standing there. I'm like, take him away, boys.
every time I see Nelson, he's fist fighting someone.
Yeah, it's like in
Turn
Red
him
Dead
leaf.
2. It's like in Red Dead 2 with Charles when you come back as John and he's in a fucking fight.
Yeah, he's scrapping.
Like,
he's
oh
fist
hey
fighting.
Nelson, what's up? And he's just like beating a man to the fucking
He's
death.
beating a guy to death, and he turns out, I'll be with you in 1 second. Give me a minute here. I'm in the middle of something.
I got some knuckle dusters on my keychain.
Yeah, just curb stomps him. And he's like, all right, what's up, man? How
What's
you doing?
up? Not even winded.
Not you perfectly, yeah, like just hair's perfectly still in the
And it's
position.
not even winded or like acknowledging what happened, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ! I think you killed him.
I said, bro, you want to learn how to
Yeah,
drive
you want
stick?
it?
He's
You want
like, damn, bro.
God damn!
God, what the hell? Fucking insane. And then all of a sudden you poke a hole in his water bottle and you're next.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You're on the receiving end of that boot.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I got so irrationally mad over that.
Listen.
It's
It's understandable.
It was an instigated situation because it started out with others and then you were like, don't do it. And then it was done. And I've never seen you more upset. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nelson got really red.
Like, fucking tomato red. Like, just angry. Pure rage.
Pure unadulterated
Man.
rage.
Not even gonna lie with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys right now. This episode sucks.
Yeah.
We do just be rambling.
Yeah.
This
it's all over the
episode's
place.
garbage. Do we have any other garbage to close out with? Because we'll just cut this one short. We got nothing to talk about.
We
Yeah.
can cut it short. That's fine. So, yeah. I think we're good.
This one sucks. I'm leaving. I'm leaving my own show. I'm leaving forever.
Shit. You're not even gonna do the outro?
No. I'm leaving.
Damn.
Okay, I'm coming back.
I was waiting to see. I just heard the footsteps kind of
Okay, I'm coming back.
tiptoe away.
Coming back.
It's a great return,
So if you enjoyed what you heard today,
which you probably didn't.
Probably not, no.
if you are unfortunately at the end of this episode, feel free to find us on these platforms that Jordan will now list off again.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, and of course Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed. Put it into whatever app you want. And if you want to contact us, you can do so via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. We also have Instagram and TikTok linked below. So yeah, this episode was a bit of a clusterfuck.
This episode sucked.
don't
I'm
think
not even gonna lie.
I don't think it sucked. I think it was just slow. The beginning
Well, we
wasn't
didn't
too
have
bad.
it. We didn't even. There weren't even any topics.
The first 30 minutes, okay. Everything after that,
Garbage.
bad. The first 30
Garbage.
minutes we bounced off of the LED headlights and we were talking about something else, and then we just ran out.
Yeah, we ran out of. We finished at the topic at minute 20.
Can we have we need to add a playlist to the like the reject bin, where it's just like all the shitty episodes. So it's like, all right,
All the virtual ones go in
so
there.
like skip these,
Yeah.
all the garbage ones. So it's like, the first couple, the snowed in ones, this one. It's like you could skip these ones. These ones are this is the bargain bin.
Yeah.
This is the shit no one wants to watch.
See, this is where I feel bad though, because this is like probably Nelson's last episode for a while.
Nelson is actually he's gonna die
Yeah.
right now. And on that note, we'll see you in the next episode.
If you want to see more Nelson, let us know. All right. If you want to see more of him, if you want us to replace Alex with him, let us know.
He's coming back. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so out of funny juice right now.
That's it. What is with you and juice? Funny juice?